Hi everyone, I hope all of you are doing well. Today I am going to discuss this particular question for answer writing, and this question is a history question from 2021 paper of Civil Services exam. It is 10 marks, about 150 words. The time limit for this particular question available to you, like I have discussed in my other videos, is around 6 to 7 minutes, maybe up to 8 minutes maximum if you know the content really well. And remember that we are going to divide this question into various different parts, and that's how we will tackle it in order to answer it really well. Alright, so the question is, assess the main administrative issues and socio-cultural problems in integration process of the Indian princely states. Basically, the question has the main concept of integration of princely states into India after independence. That is the main question that has been asked in this particular question of UPSC. That what were the various issues faced by India after the integration, during the integration of various Indian princely states into India, and what are the two main things on which we have to focus on: administrative issues and social cultural issues. So the main keywords here are basically integration of princely states into India, then administrative problems faced, and the socio-cultural problems that were faced. So how will you actually think about answering this question? It's very simple. We have to think about three things: introduction, body, and conclusion. In introduction here, we will talk about the main concept, which is the integration of princely states into India post independence. So we will provide some context of that. Now normally I tell you to provide definition of the concept. That is the easiest way and the best way to write any introduction. But in this particular situation, there is no definition, right? It's just an event that happened, just a course, different chain of events that happened. So you are going to provide something that gives a little context to the entire question. The next, body again, there are two main things asked by this particular question: administrative issues and social cultural problems. We have to assess them. So we will divide our body into two parts, which are administrative issues and social cultural issues. And finally we will conclude, and I will show you how to do conclusion. Now here, actually I had tried to record this live, but due to some technical problems, I actually did the whole recording but did not actually record it properly. That's why I have to do it again. So this time I'm just going to revise this question for you. Alright, so introduction. Post-independence, states had the option to either join India, Pakistan, or remain independent. So in history questions where definition is not an option, just provide the context of what was happening at that time in very simple words, in one or two words. So here simply, post-independent, what was happening, that Indian states had the option to either join India or Pakistan, or they could remain independent. That was how Mountbatten had structured that particular entire story. Now Sardar Patel and VP Menon started the arduous or hard task of making these states joining India. Now along with the introduction, provide some example, provide some context of who were the main players, who were the main personalities who were doing this work for India. And this is the strategy you can follow pretty much in any history question. It will make your introductions very much easier. Now, what were the key administrative? Now we have come from introduction to the body. Like I said, introduction should not be more than 30 to 40 words. That is what I'm limiting it to here. And after that, I have to come to body. I have written key administrative issues in integration, which is the first part we have to answer. And I have boxed it. Boxing is very important because it gives clear indication to the professor, whoever is checking this particular answer, that this is where the content is and they can easily go through it. So this is how you organize your answer. First, territorial integrity and continuity. Many small states such as many small states such as Patiala, Kapurthala, etc. presented administrative challenges as there was a lack of territorial contiguity. So because of lack of territorial contiguity between these states, there was a lot of challenges, administrative challenges, in ensuring that there was administration was properly run in these states. Second was princely privileges, contention with government of India about continuation and extent of privy purse, etc. So because lot of these princes wanted to continue their privy purses, government in India had to negotiate a lot, and that is what created a lot of administrative issues with regards to integration of these states into India. Then states control over various matters. Now instrument of accession often provided union powers only in defense, external relations and communication, hence impacting administration. Well, this is a simple point, that because states controlled other various points At that time, because of the context of the fact that India was trying to integrate these various small states into India, there was a problem of control, there was a problem of administration, because the government of India, the union government, could only focus on defense, external relations and communication. So these were the administrative issues that were faced by the administration at that time. Now we will move further, and now we will move on to the socio-cultural problems. We have written one part. Remember, we have to answer any part. You can't focus too much on one part. पूरा का पूरा आंसर अगर एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव में निकाल दिया तो इसके लिए कुछ नहीं बचेगा. So what were the social cultural problems? Communal tensions like Junagadh, J&K, princely states like Junagadh, J&K, Hyderabad, Razakar uprising saw a rise in communal tensions due to differences between popular demand and the rulers' vision of the states. So one of the bigger socio-cultural problems that was facing India at that time due to the integration of these princely states was that of communal tensions that were rising, because, for example, in states like Hyderabad, there was a Razakar uprising that happened, and this created a lot of obviously administrative problems also, but these were largely the social cultural problems. Then linguistic issues. Linguistic issues prevailed in many states and later became foundation of linguistic states in India. Example, cultural differences between Telugu speaking parts of Hyderabad. So one of the key challenges now faced by India, this new independent India, while integrating these states into India, was that there was a lot of linguistic issues arising in the states because of their identity related things, because they had a particular language and they wanted to continue or have a foundation of their state, in fact, in that particular language. So that's why these were also the social culture problems faced by Indian administration at that time. Then peasant discontent and local uprisings in Hyderabad and Telangana movement. Basically, there were a lot of peasant discontents, local uprisings that were happening in Hyderabad, Telangana movement, because of which also the social and cultural problems were arising. Now, I have written enough for socio-cultural problems. I have given various type of points: linguistic, peasant discontent, communal tensions. Now, I should come to the conclusion. Now, remember, conclusion should be all about tying together the entire question. And how do you do that? Either you do that through a summary. जो भी लिखा है उसकी आप summary provide कर दो. Whatever you have written, provide the summary of that. Assessment. Whatever you have written, you provide an assessment of that. In some questions in GS2, you will require to provide an assessment जो आपने लिखा है उसका. Third, you can provide some fact to further enlighten the reader कि ये सब हुआ था, पर उसको फिर हमने ऐसे हैंडल करा था. All these problems had arisen, social cultural problems, administrative problems, but उसको हमने फिर कैसे further Indian government had tackled it, and that is the approach I use here, because there is no way forward here. This is not a policy thing, it's a history question, it has already occurred. So you would like to end the question with something that has already happened, and there you can show through continued legislative, constitutional efforts and political processes, the Indian Union eventually emerged as a strong federal unit. So you are ending in positive note by giving an example of what actually happened, and this is actually what happened, that Indian state did a lot of legislative, constitutional amendments. They also provided for different political processes, negotiations with these states in order to finally have a united India, a federal, strong federal India. So these are the ways you can handle any question, especially a history question for UPSC. So this is today's live answer writing, and if you have any questions, please let me know. Bye.